everybody. Go Talk Tuesday.
Hey.
How y'all doing tonight?
Good.
What's up, y'all? If y'all haven't no stuff, you know, it's Tuesday, but we're celebrating Halloween this week.
Right.
You guys want to introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are?
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Malcolm X.
Okay, that's it? That's all you giving us?
Oh, I'm Lodrick Collins.
Yo!
Better known as Malcolm X today. I'm a
You should have been like, Plymouth Rock didn't land on us.
Hoodwink, bamboozle,
The whole
run
quote.
amok.
Right.
I was gonna get into that.
Anyway, I am Queen Naomi. Be back. Hey, Talk Tuesday.
Welcome back. We ain't seen you in a while.
I know, right? You know, this summer was, whew. I'm alive, though. Good to see y'all.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Ben Kaplan, and I am dressed up as a guy dressed up as Superman.
What's going on, everybody? You know, it's Jeffro here. Me, I am actually taking it back to, you know, I've been traveling a lot this year. So one of my favorite places I went was over to the UAE. I went to Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and I picked up this great attire. So I'm here in my Gandora, my kafia, and my abo. Is that what we call it?
Oh, you got some
My
culture.
Yeah,
I got some
culture. Look,
culture.
I'm not that
don't try to
cultured.
shade us. No, he's trying to shade us.
I'm just
We
the guy dressed
generic.
up as a guy
Right,
dressed
we
up.
generic, and he coming out trying to shade us with his authenticity.
I mean,
You got
so
some stamps on that passport.
I got
see.
some stamps. Got another trip's coming up for the end of the year though.
See, I see.
All right, so how was y'all weekend, real quick?
Weekend was dope. Weekend was good. I went to a Halloween party. Shout out to Kappa Alpha Psi for throwing
To the Russ.
an amazing Halloween party at Monte Cristo in downtown. So I had an amazing time, great time was had.
Dope. How about you, Lodge?
My weekend was good until I got sick, man. This Cali weather every year around the same time just gets me, man. So
Like allergy sick or like a cold
just
sick?
cold sick. My body can't handle the temperatures and its changes and all this stuff. So yeah, so I was in bed this weekend, man.
How was your weekend, Ben?
It was good. I didn't get to go because I didn't have tickets. I watched WWE's Hell in a Cell, but I did get to do an improv show with Dolph Ziggler, who's one of their superstars, which was a ton of fun. Yeah, and it was funny.
My weekend was spent pretty chill. Shout out to Lutasha and Brandy. We did that Bikram yoga. Yo, they had me in Bikram yoga this weekend.
What is that?
It's hot yoga.
Oh,
wanted to
I heard about
kill
that.
myself. I wanted to kill
Ooh.
myself. It was the worst thing I've ever
What
done
was
in
it
life.
like? It was just hot
Well,
as
yoga
shit.
itself is hard. So
Right.
imagine doing yoga in like a sauna.
Why
No.
gotta be hot? Why
I
does
know.
it have to be hot? That's
What?
my
That's
I guess you're more
Like-
flexible or something. I've not done it.
It was something to try, but I don't think I'll be doing it again. But I had a great time with Lutasha. She taught the class, and Brandy was there cheering me on.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's get these shots going, y'all.
Yeah.
Got a little coffee cup shot glasses today.
That's what I
Love
came
it.
back
Here,
for,
here,
man.
here,
Cheers.
here.
Salute.
Cheers.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
you know, Malcolm.
Don't you drop that alcohol. All right,
Hey,
here we
brother,
go.
Brother Malcolm. All right.
Sneaky. All right, so we are going to jump right into hot topics because we got a lot we want to cover, and so we're going to get through this hopefully as fast and debatably pleasant as possible. All right, so the first thing happening right now, a viral video going from South Carolina, Spring Valley High School has showed an officer, school resource officer who, in a very violent way, tried to remove a child from the classroom. So it said that the student, she was asked to leave by the teacher. She was eventually released to her parents after the incident, but she was asked to give up her cell phone. She did not. She was asked to leave. She did not. The teacher then, it says the vice principal was there also, and they also were telling the girl to leave. She did not leave, so they then called in the officer, Deputy Ben Fields, to come in to hopefully resolve the situation. But from the video, you guys will show you, and we'll come back and talk about it.
Hands behind your back. Give me your hands. Give me your hands. Give me your hands. Hands behind your back. Give me your hands. Give me your hands.
All right, you guys. So now we've all seen the video.
I mean, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say my expert advice or my expert
Well, yeah, that's one thing. So
commentary.
Naomi, she is a teacher. So definitely glad you're here today to. How is this supposed? Was it handled properly? You know, by not by the officer, but you know, in the steps of the teacher and the vice principal and everything.
Okay, so this is the thing. Everybody's saying or treating this like it's another on the street police attack.
Mm-hmm.
This is different because now you're in the arena of education.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a defiant student in the classroom. Okay, I've had many defiant students in the classroom. Number one, you don't call the police on a defiant student. That should never happen. So that's an administrative fail. Regardless if the student wants to get up or not, you do not call the police. That's number one. How should they have handled this? First of all, I look at it from so many different angles.
I have a question. I'm sorry to interrupt. Him being the school resources officer, isn't he there for situations where a teacher does not want to say step out of line and
okay, let me explain that. So the first thing that should have happened was, first of all, the teacher should have practiced effective classroom management skills. There was no effective classroom management skills. You need to learn how to de-escalate a student before she even gets to that level. So my thing is, what happened in that classroom to make it an unsafe environment for her to even say, well, I ain't giving up my cell phone, I ain't giving up my cell phone. That's number one. That teacher-student relationship, that was never there, okay? So number two is, okay, it goes to the next level. The teacher can resolve it. She calls the vice principal in. Now, you're a leader of a school. You still can't handle a defiant child?
I mean, but it's not. I think it was just. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have one question. How do we know? My issue with it is there's so much vagueness involved. There's not a lot of backstory to it besides that she was defiant and she refused to leave. I want to know why she didn't leave. I can't say what the relationship was. Like, how do we know what the relationship was?
Okay,
if
so
we don't know the backstory behind
it doesn't matter why she doesn't leave. I had a student before who refused to
Well,
leave.
it does matter.
I think it does matter.
I feel like if someone's safety is at risk, if a teacher's safety is at risk, I teach as well. If a teacher's safety is at risk, if a student's safety is at risk, I think that enforcement should be called. I also think it's hard to identify the relationship that this teacher and student had because we don't have that backstory to say.
And I think that,
so
but
I haven't heard.
I don't. Again, I'm not a teacher. I'm not a professional in that. But from what the story, from all the information we know, it seemed as though the teacher and the vice principal, they handled things accordingly. You know, the only thing that went wrong was this officer dragging this girl. But the child, she was obviously
they did
not listening. And I'm not justifying what the officer did at all. There's no reason he should have touched that girl like that. But the teacher asked you to either turn off or, put away or give him your cell phone. She did not want to do it.
Okay,
and then, when she didn't want to do that, that's fine. Keep your phone, but
right.
Get out of my class. She did not want to do that.
Okay,
either.
so what you guys fail to understand, kids are going to do that. Mm-hmm. I had many students who, I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up. That is not how you de-escalate a already stressed out student.
So how would you do it?
So what you do is you let her sit there. If she is not a threat to you or anybody else in your classroom, no. That is the ego of the teacher. You gonna get out my class? You gonna get out my class? No,
but
I'm not saying he did
that. But Naomi, he called. That's what that officer is supposed to be there for,
but
right?
No, it's not. Okay. If she doesn't want to get up, she just sitting there peacefully. She don't want to get up. Yes, she's being defiant. Of course, she's being defiant. However, you're gonna stop your entire class for a student who does not want to get up.
But why was
She's
she asked
not.
to get up?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. We also don't know how
However,
disruptive she was being with herself.
However,
she was doing
the video shows that she's sitting there. Everybody else is just like chilling. Everybody in the classroom is chilling. I can see if she was hostile. Now
showing at the point where the officer is in there. We have not seen all
right,
this.
And it will come out. It will come out. But as for now, I'm dealing with what we're presented with. Right, what we're presented with, she is no threat to the learning environment. So as the teacher, what would I do? Okay, go ahead and sit there. I'm gonna continue to teach my class if there's no threat. If there is a threat, that's something different. There was no threat. I'm gonna continue to teach my class
I will go with you.
Let me explain why. Okay. Because you don't want to, if she is unsettled or going through something, you don't want to escalate that. You want to de-escalate it. You want to be as calm as possible. You don't know if she's a SPED student. You don't know if she has an IEP. You don't know if she has a behavioral support.
But my thing is we're going based off of the video that we saw.
Based off of the video.
So we don't know how disruptive or not disruptive she was being for the teacher to ask this officer to come in, because it apparently got to a point where he felt he couldn't handle it, and he didn't want to
Because
step
his
out of
ass
bounds.
is a punk. You a punk ass
You don't
teacher,
know.
and you need to get
He's
your
a-
ass
no,
out
no,
of
that's-
class.
He
I
was a
think
black
that's
man.
why.
No. He was a
That's
black
why.
man. If he would have
And-
put his hands on that little
And that
girl,
made it worse because he was a black man. He let the white officer come in there and drag her around like a goddamn
I mean,
rag doll.
he didn't
That's
know.
why I'm upset
that
as
man
well.
didn't call that officer in there.
No,
thinking
I don't
that
give
that
a
was gonna
damn.
happen.
No.
Logic,
Go ahead,
Logic.
Roger.
What are you saying?
Logic.
Logic.
Or Logic,
Sorry,
yeah, it's all
Malcolm,
good.
brother Malcolm.
No, I think the severity of the times right now make this situation even worse. It's easy to call it a race thing, but from what I understand, the cop is known for doing this to students
Yes,
in
absolutely.
general. This
Yeah.
aggressive cop
Yeah.
that does that. And I think she hit on a really good point of it starting with the administration. But the fact is, we don't know the facts.
We don't know everything that
We
led
don't
up
know
to
the
it.
facts,
Yeah,
so
no,
I think it's difficult to say.
let me tell
Wait,
you
wait,
what
wait,
we
let
do
me
know.
wait, let me finish. I think it's difficult to say. I think it's difficult to say that the teacher and the student didn't have a relationship. I think it's difficult to determine the relationship between the principal and the student. I think it's difficult to determine the relationship between the student and the administration because we don't have a clear facts on it.
No, the fact that they called the police officer in there and let him
The
manhandle
resources
that little
officer.
girl.
He's a
Resource
resource
officer.
officer.
Who
It's
the
not like
hell
it's not,
ever?
no, they didn't get on the
Who
phone
the
and
hell?
dial Naomi.
I know, I
they didn't
understand
get
that.
on the
I
phone,
know
dial
he's a school police. Regardless of the fact, they let his ass come in there and drag her around like a goddamn rag doll.
They
so
didn't
this
let. They did not let.
did
They did.
No,
Because
now,
no.
I think the officer is the one that felt like he got
Yeah.
bitched by this little girl, and so therefore he
No,
asserted.
so what happened
I
is
did see hands
if-
being thrown by the little
no,
girl, too.
if you come in my classroom and manhandle my student, it's gonna be me and you.
Okay, yes, now at
You're
that
not
point,
about to
yes,
touch
now I
my
agree, I
goddamn
completely
kid.
agree.
I don't give a
I
damn
agree.
what what
point-
she did.
At the point that the officer
Hell
put
no.
his hands on her, the teacher or
Should
the
have
vice
stepped
principal
in.
should have stepped into that
and
officer.
intervene.
Yes, but just I don't think they were wrong in calling him into the room.
I agree.
I
No,
don't think
because
they were wrong for
I've been
that.
in situations where our
That's
CS
like me calling you into this panel. I don't
No.
know that you're not just gonna reach over and
No,
slap
I'm
the shit out
not
of
saying.
Roger.
Look,
You know?
I'm not saying that it was wrong. I'm saying
She's
that
not
it could have
gonna
been. No, I'm saying it could have been handled more effectively. They could have
Oh, yes.
They could have
Yeah.
de-escalated her before even calling the officer in. Now, it's been times where I had to call a CSO in or a school officer to come get somebody. And the situation was handled differently because our school police are trained in de-escalation. Our school police are trained not to put their hands on students because they know that's a big ass lawsuit. So what I have to say to you, Spring Valley High School in South Carolina, you will be faced with a big ass lawsuit because when it comes to education, there are protocols that you must follow. And that's all I have to say.
All right. So real quick, we want to remind you guys that we are live on Periscope, and you guys have been sending in comments and everything. Sorry, we're not ignoring you. We're just really in this debate, but please keep on messaging us and everything. And Ben is watching the Periscope, so he might
Doing my
interject.
best.
Let us know who you are and what you have to say. So moving on to the next topic, you guys. Oh, and also FBI, they have been called in to investigate the whole situation.
Yeah, and he on
So we will call- he's on
administrative
administrative
leave.
leave.
Well,
All right,
they're
so-
always on administrative
All right, so we got to
leave.
move on, you guys. So next topic, this I want to say kid. He's a 26-year-old Zachary Hammond, also in South Carolina. He was shot and killed on July 26th in Seneca, South Carolina, by officer while he was on a first date with a young girl. So the story went that Zachary and the girl that he was on a date with, she was dealing drugs. She was texting someone to sell drugs, either marijuana or cocaine, but she sent it to the wrong number, which happened to be a police officer.
I thought it was him that was.
Nope.
It was
her.
her.
Mix it up.
Now
Oh.
they,
Yeah,
yeah.
nothing to do
So what happened was, she texted the wrong number to make a drug deal. So they were at a Hardee's parking lot when the officer then came and attempted to, I want to say, stop them, arrest them, question them. I don't know, but things went a little AWire. We have the dash cam footage, which actually just released earlier today. So we have that footage, and we'll come back and talk about it. You guys.
That's a dumbass police officer.
Yeah.
You
So
don't
the
jump in front of
officer,
no moving
the
car.
officer, he said that he shot. Zach was shot twice. He said that he shot him because he felt that his life was in danger and that he was about to be ran over.
That's what they all say.
Now,
You gonna get ran over if you jump in front of a moving car.
however, in watching the
Yeah.
footage, the way that the car was going, I cannot say that he could have. It definitely, obviously, the boy was definitely trying to get away. He was definitely trying to get
Jeff,
away.
are you
but-
Don Lemon tonight or what?
I'm not.
Because
I'm
it
look-
seems to me you a little lemony.
Listen, I'm just saying. I've watched the footage. I watched the dash cam.
This is what I think. I think law enforcement in America is out of control. I think now that, unfortunately, a white man has been killed, I think now it's going to open a lot of white Americans' eyes. and allow them to see what we've been seeing and that they may not were able to understand at first. So this is not only this is happening, yes, more to black people, but it's also happening to white people as well. Police, law enforcement, they're out of control. They're not being trained effectively. They're trigger happy. They're the lawyers, the judge, and the executioners. This is not.
Well, the officer, he's not going to be charged. He's not.
And he's
any
not going to be
charges.
charged. So you can kill a citizen, and just because you have a badge, it's okay, and that's not okay. It's something that's very wrong going on in America right now.
Yeah, no,
It's
this one,
disgusting.
no. I'm completely against the officer shooting
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
them. I'm saying, no, the officer said that he shot because he felt like his life's in danger.
No, they
I
all
watched
say
the
that.
footage. I don't think his life's in danger.
No,
from
he was on the
direction
side
that
of the
was
car.
going. Yeah.
Right.
No,
Oh,
if
that's what you were
anything
saying.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not on the side. No.
Oh, okay.
I had to let it register.
No.
You said Don Lemon. I'm like, no, I'm not on the side of the officer at all. That boy should not have been killed. Logically.
Yeah.
From looking at the
Yeah.
video, it seems as though that the officer put himself in danger. I mean,
Yeah.
you put yourself in
The
danger
car
as a
started
police officer
moving and
every
he,
day
like,
going
tried
to the
to-
job.
I'm
but
not-
you don't throw yourself in front of a
Yeah.
moving Honda Civic. Accord,
Unless
you don't.
unless you want an excuse to murder a person.
I am
and
just-
that's what it
unless
is.
you
Again, I'm not.
But
I'm
again,
not
he wasn't even in front of it. He was on the
But
side
you
of
know-
it.
side of it. Yeah.
The bigger
He
picture
may
is-
have been afraid his foot was going to get run over.
I think the bigger picture in this is gun control in general. We talk about gun
Absolutely.
control and guns being released to the public, but I think there should be some type of
Now,
gun
I'm-
control within the civil service.
I mean, but
I
area
just
as well.
feel like, just like with the last topic, I'm not a teacher, so I can't specifically speak to that situation. I'm not a police officer, but watching it, I'm like, you couldn't have shot his tires out. You know, you could. It's nothing else you could have done other than shoot this boy. I think he shot him in the neck. It was two shots.
He shot
Because
him in the-
police officers get what, 6 weeks of training? Correct me if I don't know.
I have
I'm
no
speaking.
idea.
We live in
ignorantly.
a world, let's face it, we live in a world where people invent stuff like this. The iPhone, the
Right.
Mac. You can't tell me you can't invent a device to stun people with a bullet, to
No, absolutely they
halt
can.
people. Like, does
Absolutely.
it have to kill? Does
Absolutely.
it have to kill? You
No,
know?
no.
Well,
let me
I mean,
say
but
this.
that
Oh, go
doesn't
ahead.
even matter
Is
because
there a device that
he
can-
should
it
never have
doesn't matter
fired it.
because-
Even if he had a stun
Right,
weapon, he should
right, right.
have fired it. It was
Right.
there was no weapon pulled on him. There was
Right.
no. There was a car was driving.
Absolutely.
As soon as the car started driving, he took off to get in front of it.
Absolutely.
I think it
He
matters
didn't
'cause
make
you
it in
can't-
front of it.
I think it matters because you can't stop. We haven't found a solution to prevent them from hiring stupid cops that will just shoot on.
I mean, that's
demand.
it.
Right.
I think
So
that
there has to
there,
be
should,
some
there needs
type
to be
of solution.
reform. There should
There
be
has to
some
be
kind of
some
there
reform
has
with
to be
hiring and
bullets.
training.
There has
Right.
to be some other solution than bullets, in my opinion.
There has
It's
to
gotta
be
be.
law enforcement. I agree. There has to be law enforcement reform. But you're taking these. First of all, you're taking these dudes off the street. Oh, I want to be a cop. They have all these ideologies, all these beliefs, and they're being transferred into the position. So if I'm a racist, if I'm a bigot, if I'm a sexist or whatever you call it, I'm taking all this and I'm putting it into my profession, and that's dangerous. Same thing can go for teachers. I'm taking all the bigotry, the hate that I have, and I'm pouring this into my profession, and it spills over. And when you're a public servant, you have to be impartial, and you can't see color. And I think a lot of these cops, they do. I think, he tried to run me over. That's excuse
That's an
they
excuse,
always
yeah.
make. He tried to reach for my
tried-
gun.
yeah,
yeah.
He tried to. My life was in danger.
Yeah.
This is a pattern.
and it was what
this
he
is
said
a
on the
pattern.
dash cam.
Yeah, it's a pattern.
Can I talk about something else for a second? Because I know we talk about like what they do to the people who become victims. How do you put yourself in this place as a victim? Because I don't think you're on the first date. I don't know no chick, and I know some hood chicks that's gonna say, "Take me to Hardee's, Arby's parking lot."
So they started at
and
McDonald's.
We just gonna sit there.
They started at
and-
McDonald's for a shake,
Yeah, no.
and then went to
But-
Hardee's for a burger.
But regardless,
I don't believe it.
But, okay,
no, because
okay.
there's a thing of putting yourself in that situation.
So
that I think
logic-
has to be
logic-
learned.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna
We
ask you a
didn't see
question.
how hot this chick was.
I'm
I mean,
gonna
we
ask
didn't see
Logic-
Oh,
that.
we have a picture of her.
Oh, we do?
This is the girl.
Oh,
Okay, so Jesus. Okay.
Everybody's like, ooh.
So, but look.
she's not talking me into a drug
I have
deal
a
on
question for
first
Brother
date.
Malcolm.
Damn.
I have a question for Brother Malcolm. Brother Malcolm,
That's
So, my question is
He
this.
put his life in danger for her.
can we get over that again? Can't get to
Well,
my question.
technically, he didn't know his life was in danger. She was texting a drug deal from his phone he didn't know about, but she sent it to the
I
wrong
don't
number.
believe that.
So
I don't believe that.
That's I'm just going with fact.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know
It doesn't
for-
excuse any of the actions that happened.
Right, I was gonna
It
say
doesn't.
that.
It's
It
all
doesn't.
it's
It
all
doesn't.
tri-
But
all
we're
that
talking
is
about-
trivial.
It doesn't. But for the past
of it is trivial.
The past few conversations, we've been talking about how people who are victims and how they've been victimized and all that. But let's talk about the situation of how you become a victim.
It doesn't matter matter.
It does
No,
matter.
it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't
hang on.
That's like
hang
the
on,
same
hang on.
way-
He
I can
became.
sell crack in the parking lot. That does not give a police
Wait, no.
any
but
justification
your
to
point-
shoot me.
Yeah,
y'all
police.
listen to me. To
It
your
draws
point,
the
logic
police.
though, he became a victim not by his own circumstance, but because of this girl
I
that
don't
he
believe
unnowingly
that. Listen,
gave his cell phone to.
I
and she
don't
was
feel
making
like
a
that
video.
argument
You
is
in
the
the
same as
first
saying
date
like
in
a
the
woman
Arby's
is raped
parking
because of
lot
the way
with
she's
your dad. Let me
dressed.
say this: you're in the first. That's a totally different thing.
I don't think so.
You're on
I
the
think it's-
first-
I think
no.
it's pretty
You're on
similar.
the first date in an Arby's parking lot with a chick that's using your phone
So you
to
deserve
make
to
drug
die.
calls.
So you deserve
That
to
ain't what I'm
die.
talking about.
You
That ain't
deserve
what
to
I'm talking
die.
about.
You
Nobody-
deserve to be
I don't-
shot
I don't-
and
I
executed
don't-
by the
I
police.
didn't say anything about anybody deserving to die.
Yes,
I'm
you
talking
did.
like, no, I didn't. I'm talking about how you become a victim.
Oh, I will agree that it was a stupid thing to be doing.
Yes.
Absolutely
Yes.
stupid thing.
And
to
an
be doing.
illegal thing
Yeah.
that will
They
draw the
did
cops.
in the autopsy. They did find marijuana and cocaine in Zachary's system.
So he deserves to die.
It's
He
not
don't
no
deserve
He
to
does not
die.
deserve to die.
But we know why he became a victim.
He deserves to be shot and killed by the
I didn't
police.
say that. You're saying that.
No, that's not what
That's
we're
not
saying.
what I'm saying at all.
I just think the
All right.
police, your job is to arrest, take them to jail, and let them be tried
All right.
in a court
Don't
of
No,
law.
sell
we-
drugs with ugly chicks on a first date in Hardy's
He
parking
didn't
lot.
know she was selling drugs.
All that
moving
hood
on.
drug chicks
we
use
gotta-
your cell phone
All right,
to make
World
calls you don't
Reader.
know.
World Reader says you become a victim starts with looking wrong. That was what World Reader they just tweeted us. All right, so we're
I
gonna move.
agree, world
We're gonna
readers.
move on. Next topic. So President Obama, he's in the news because of a statement that he made. So he spoke to the International Association of Chief of Police in Chicago. Now the thing is, last week the president he voiced some carefully measured support for the Black Lives Matter movement by saying there's a specific problem that is happening in the African American communities that is not happening in other communities, and that is a legitimate issue that we have to address. Now, while at this police engagement which he was speaking at, he said too often law enforcement gets scapegoats for broader failures of our society and our criminal justice systems. You do your job with distinction no matter the challenges you face, but we can't expect you to contain and control problems that the rest of us aren't willing to face or do anything about. What do you guys think?
I think he's stepping up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's stepping up.
Go Obama.
Kudos to your last term. You
He
know?
should have did this a long time ago. Like, this is the type of support the movement needs, right?
Wait,
I
what?
agree.
This
But
is,
did you not hear what he said regarding the police? He said the police are scapegoats for.
And he's right.
Well, they're more of a.
I don't think
what
they're
he's saying
complete
is they're
scapegoats.
a symptom of a greater
of a corrupt,
disease.
right, of a corrupt
Okay.
system.
I think he's
Yeah.
taking responsibility for our legal system, the decisions that our Congress makes regarding things like gun control and all that other stuff.
See,
Yeah.
when you look at change and reform, you can't look at a specific institution. You have to look at the whole system. And the whole system is corrupt. Until we change the system, I mean, there will be no change and no progress. And I think that's what he's speaking to, the system.
Okay. All right, so you guys, so moving on. Now we're gonna move it on over to Detroit, Michigan, where a pastor fatally shoots a brick-wielded man who has accused him of sleeping with his
I don't
wife.
mean to laugh. I'm sorry.
So
It does sound like the beginning of a joke, though.
The City of God Church in Detroit, they had an incident where a man came in, accused the pastor of sleeping with his wife, and he charged at the pastor with a brick. The pastor pulled, this is during service, the pastor
what?
pulled out a gun and shot the man and killed the man.
You know,
Now, Detroit, well, Michigan is an open carry state. However, how do we feel about guns in the church?
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Now
so-
I know it's gonna be, especially with the recent shooting
Yeah, I
that happened
was
in
gonna
South
say that.
Carolina.
I was gonna say that.
But this pastor is just pulled from behind the pulpit.
Yeah.
What is
I
that?
mean, like,
no. You know, that happened like last year in my hometown in Louisiana. Literally the exact same situation, excluding the brick.
I'm sorry. Okay, so look, I don't blame pastors and church clergy for having guns because people are coming up in church and shooting.
No.
I don't blame it because I believe I am liberal, but I believe that people kill people. Guns don't kill people. People
Right,
with
people do.
guns kill people.
And also, real quick, those
So-
of you guys watching us on Periscope right now, you live tweeting us. Let us know what you think about guns in the church.
I don't want my pastor packing. I don't want to walk into a church with my pastor
Well, my
packing.
father is a
Do an
pastor.
extra collection that you're gonna do for the third wing that you about to build, and hire some security at the door. That's it. I don't want my pastor packing.
I wouldn't wouldn't mind. I mean, my thing is, okay, first of all, I don't want to go to a church where the pastor fucking somebody.
Pastor is sleeping
I'm
with-
not.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Let's
all
start
kinds
with
of
the
dark
first
Yeah,
numbers.
let's go
problem.
with that.
Yeah.
The beginning of the problem.
Yeah, and so the second thing is, I would have left then. So if you really feel with the word and you save, you ain't sleeping with nobody and you ain't trying to have no gun to shoot nobody anyway, because what, Jesus is your weapon?
Yeah, no weapon for it shall prosper.
Just listen, if you see a man run into your church with a brick, tackle him because your pastor's gonna shoot him.
Right. All right, y'all, we got a lot more, so we're not gonna spend too much time with this. All right, so moving along, guys. Republican presidential candidate Ben Carson, he's in the news because he compares abortion rights to owning slaves. He recently sat down with Meet the Press and did an interview just talking about his stance on abortion. He has some, I guess we'll say, interesting things to say. Let's see what Ben.
Should not believe that the baby is her enemy and should not be looking to terminate the baby. You know, things are set up in such a way that the person in the world who has the greatest interest in protecting the baby is the mother. We've allowed the purveyors of division to make mothers think that that baby is their enemy and that they have a right to kill it. During slavery, and I know that's one of those words you're not supposed to say, but I'm saying it. During slavery, a lot of the slave owners thought that they had the right to do whatever they wanted to that slave, anything that they chose to do. And, you know, what if the abolitionist had said, you know, I don't believe in slavery. I think it's wrong. But you guys do whatever you want to do. Where would we be?
All right, so now Ben Carson, obviously he is completely anti-abortion. He's pro-life, but also that comparison to slave owners. What do you guys think about Ben's?
I think his new focus needs to be gun control because he just shot himself in the foot.
God, Ben Carson is an idiot. I was just telling Lodrick that he used to be so well respected. Like when I was a kid, all I remember is growing up, you know, Dr. Ben Carson. He's like Black History posters and this, and now being 34 and grown and into politics, he's a jackass, and everything he says is jackass-ish. Is that a word?
We make it a word.
I'm gonna make it a word tonight. But no, I don't have any words for Ben Carson. I think, look, in the words of my dear friend Darnell, I think somebody should take him out back and shoot him.
I think he needs to choose his words. I get his point. Whether or not I agree with what he said, I get his point.
Right.
I think he needs to choose his words more wisely.
Yeah, I think we all say dumb things, and to be that much in the spotlight, it's tough not to get caught with it. Very stupid opinion.
I think
Very
I'm a
dumb
black
opinion.
man, so I can say that. But no, you can't, man.
I don't think that's it.
I think that is.
I think he's trying to please the right wingers, and because they say ignorant shit like this. And so,
Do you think if Ben was a white guy or whatever, he would think that it's okay to say that, to compare it to slavery?
Absolutely. His mind, he's thinking like, I'm a Republican, I'm a right winger, I'm going to say this stupid shit, and they're happy with it. They're fine with his comments. It's us who are like, what did you just say?
I mean, the slavery thing was just completely stupid, but I was just listening to, I mean, I guess it's more so in the political field, something definitely, obviously, you would want to be more informed in. But when his talk about abortion, just about how, because they asked him even in the case of rape and incest, and he was just pretty much like, they gonna have that baby. They need to have that baby.
Yeah,
like,
because he's a conservative, and that's how they think, and that's the shit that they say.
I guess.
I'm not offended by it. I think it's an extreme thing to compare it to.
I'm not offended at all. I'm not offended at all.
Because I get from his point of view, the way he sees abortion is comparable to that in his mind, and he can have that. But I just think he should choose his words more wisely.
Yeah,
I think it's just a very uninformed opinion.
Well,
I don't even know if it's uninformed.
Not necessarily uninformed, but
it's ignorant.
I think it's just bad
It's
wording.
ignorant.
It's ignorant, and he just lost, like you said, he should have had a gun because he just shot himself in the foot or whatever you said. He lost his women voters. He lost the black vote.
He still ain't worse than Trump, though. He still
Oh,
ain't
my
worse
God.
than Trump.
He's not done.
You know what?
Well,
He
Trump
can
actually
still be
fell down in the polls a
Yeah,
little bit.
actually-
Thank God.
In
falling a
Iowa,
little bit.
Ben Carson,
Carson is
led
beating,
on
yeah.
2 polls.
Yeah,
He's beating
he's
Trump.
rising.
Yeah.
He's been rising.
I'd still rather Ben Carson any day over
Well,
Trump.
I
no.
believe tomorrow is the next Republican debate.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys check that out. Probably, I mean, you know, I'm watching all debates.
Yeah.
You know,
I
it is
think
what it
that
is.
they are
uninformed.
trying very hard because if the Republicans lose this election and we have another Democratic president, the Republican Party is done. It's over because this is a new era. This is a new generation, and nobody's voting Republican.
I just think they're out of touch
so
right now. I think
we
they're out
just
of touch with
got
the
we
American
just
got
got
a
something
tweet
fun on
From what is this?
Periscope.
Robotics fan. Ben Carson always looks stoned.
You know, I think Ben Carson is like a lost Jackson.
He always looks
Like, I think he's one of Joe Jackson's illegitimate children. He talks with the same cadence of LaToya, Janet,
It's
and
like he's
Michael.
always just- he's
like,
like
a lost
sleep.
Jackson. I think he's a lost Jackson. I'm telling you.
He's Tito half brother.
All right, you guys. So next story, moving on to hot topics. So Instagenics intern fired after tweeting about her inner nigger while picking cotton. So Erica Escalante, she's a student from Katy, Texas, who attends Chandler Gilbert Community College in Chandler, Arizona. She brought great shame to her internship position at Instagenics, which is a dietary supplements and personal care products company, when she tweeted out this photo. The photo says, "Our inner nigger came out today. The girls are in a cotton field. They are picking cotton." She decided to share the photo of her friend, all while claiming it brought out their inner N-word. Instagenics fired her, and of course the photo went viral. What do you guys think?
I mean, of course you should be fired. I mean,
Okay, so
Is it racist
Oh,
or is
yeah,
it
it's-
stupid?
come on,
Or
now.
is it stupid?
Is this
both.
is this a clear plate or is it a? I mean, come on. What I don't understand is why do people still think it's okay in 2015? I mean, you can be racist. I mean, people are racist, okay. But why do you think it's okay in 2015 to put this in a public space
Because
for
they
people to see
stupid.
and people to read?
They're
That's
stupid,
crazy. It
and
doesn't
they
make
don't-
sense.
They're stupid. What form did she put it in for people to see?
Twitter.
They're stupid.
Idiots.
Like,
So it's saying
And smiling. Look at this picture.
And
like,
smiling.
Smiling with the cotton.
And to me, that's the definition of white privilege. I can be racist. I can put this on Twitter, and nothing is going to happen to me because I am who I am. No, bitch, you just got fired.
you know, I learned a long time
All right,
ago.
so real quick, Robotics fan, they just tweeted, no one should use that word, including black people.
I agree. But let me just say this. Growing up in Louisiana, I think I can say this. I have learned not to be as offended as I used to be by people like that. I've learned to really feel sorry for people like that.
I
Yeah,
don't.
it does it hurt.
I don't feel
it
sorry
hurts
for
when
them at
I
all.
hear it, but I feel sorry for people more. The fact that we live in the time that we live in now, and you still have these beliefs, and you still look that way, and you still say these things that you know are derogatory, insulting, and hurtful to people. Like, I feel sorry for you because that's a lot of stuff inside of you that makes you feel insecure, makes you feel this much hatred, makes you feel beyond feeling, that just makes you stupid. Like, you should have enough knowledge.
I don't
Yeah.
feel sorry for her
I
at
do.
all. I don't feel
I do.
sorry for her at all. I think people like that deserve all the what's coming to them. I just they're evil. They're pure evil, and I'm
Wow.
glad that all the horribleness is coming her way.
I don't
So-
believe they're evil. I believe that
believe they are
know
evil.
nothing about what they know. Because
No,
I think
I believe they
racism
are
comes-
pure evil. It's
I believe,
pure evil.
I believe racism comes from not knowing enough of what you should know about people.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
you
at
guys
all.
also, as you know, it's October. It's about to be Halloween. Oh, we got another tweet. So who's this one from? World Leader, let's not. Oh, sorry, it went away a little too
let's
fast.
not forget so we don't.
So
relive
Ben,
the
you're gonna
past.
start interrupting
Yeah,
us. With
it
the
says
tweets.
they said let's not forget so we don't relive the past.
Okay.
Good one.
And staying with that, so we have a very interesting Halloween costume that was worn by a teacher named Heath Morrow. The teacher decided him and his wife would dress as Kim and Kanye. Sounds like a great idea. However, Heath Morrow is a white man. And here is Heath and his wife dressed. The picture made national news, sparking a racial debate. What do you guys think? I don't want to give him too
He
much
could have dressed as Kanye without being in blackface.
How do you know in 2015 that blackface is wrong? How do you
Listen,
not know?
Juliana Huff did that shit 2 years ago, and they ripped her ass for it.
So you're
Every
gonna
year.
turn around and do it every year. Somebody does it. How do you not know that this is not okay?
I gotta say, I mean, like I was watching TV the other day, and granted they were interviewing someone. This person does not work in television, but they used it in reference to feeling cheated. They used the word Jude, and I was offended by it. But it was like you were saying earlier, you don't know better.
Are you Jewish?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prejudice comes from not knowing.
Yeah. And
No,
so
it's ignorance.
no, I
It comes from
disagree.
ignorance. It's okay.
Okay, I
You said
disagree.
prejudice, but what
Okay.
about this racism?
I'll say this. First of all, there's a difference between being prejudiced and being racist. Everybody can be prejudiced. Racist is when you are not only prejudiced, but you have the power to create systems that can oppress someone else. That's knowledge. That is knowledge. So racist people, no, they're not ignorant. They know exactly what they're doing, and they know exactly how to oppress people that they want to oppress. Now, we can talk about stupid prejudiced people. Now we talk about ignorance. I don't like you because you're such and such, such. Well, have you got a chance to know me? No, that's called cognitive dissonance. So I'm trying to tell you about me. I'm trying to tell you about my culture, but you don't want to hear it because you're so used to what you're used to, and you don't want to let new ideas come in. That's cognitive dissonance. So
Periscope says preach.
yes, Periscope, yes.
All right.
So that's the difference.
All right, y'all. So now we got to move along away from that. So we have a lady in the news, Jamie Higdon Randolph. Jamie has reached over 1 million views based off of this Facebook video that she posted that went viral regarding girls wearing leggings. We're going to play that for y'all and we'll come back and talk about it.
Some of you people like to use leggings as breeches, as pants. That ain't how they're supposed to be wore. If you can't wear a shirt that covers your tail so I can't tell that you got some Aztec print thongs on, you don't need to be wearing them. If they're too tight, that I can see you got a tattoo on your leg, they're too tight. They ain't to be wore, period. That's called pantyhose, honey. Lord Jesus. White leggings. Them's a big old no-no. You can see all kinds of stuff through them. See, leggings, most of the time it don't matter how big you are, as long as you keep your tail end covered. You can be a big old girl. I'm a big girl. I'm a thick girl. I got thick legs. I got thick calves. I got a big old butt. And I got a big old gut. So, you got to consider.
Jamie said leggings are not pants.
I agree. I have been saying this for a long time now, ladies. And I tell my female students this. Leggings are the cotton. Okay? No. Yeah, leggings are the cotton ones that you can actually wear as pants. What she means is tights. Tights are not pants. And I think a lot of females are wearing tights as pants, and you can see panties and pads and everything that you don't want to see. But the cotton ones, those actually can be pants. So that's what I think she's talking about. There is a difference. And I totally agree with her.
Does it matter though?
Hell yeah! Don't ever see all that shit.
I mean, does it matter? I mean,
I like her as a person.
I mean,
She seems funny as hell to me.
I know, her boy, like that whole accent.
hell,
And
yeah.
she's like, Lord Jesus.
She's
White,
funny.
that's a
I
no-no.
just want to see more what she has to say, what her opinions are, whether I agree with that shit or not. I just want to see more what she has to say.
Right, but no, I agree. I mean,
I'm sorry.
oh, when it comes to like leggings and pants and all that, I mean, you can actually wear tights, but you can wear a long shirt over it.
That was her point, though. If you wear tights, like certain tights, you
Yeah,
need to
cover
wear
it up, right.
some shit
But-
over it because she said she shouldn't be able to see your underwear design.
I agree. I completely
Periscope
agree.
says some look great though. See,
Some look great,
I
though.
agree that they're not pants, but I don't think it matters.
You don't care?
I don't
okay, so
care.
Ben, so if you're on a date and your date comes
You're not gonna
and
like my answer.
okay, look, your date is
Uh-huh.
comes on. Well, I don't know your sexual
know.
preference, so I don't know.
I'm into women.
Okay,
His
so your
girlfriend watched it.
date
She was here
is
last week.
okay. Your date
She
is
may be on right
your
now.
date is menstruating, and she has on tights.
Menstruating. I
She's
hope
on
she
her period.
reschedule first
And
of
she
all.
has on tights.
I'm gonna change this subject.
and
That's
you
a
can
different-
no,
that's a different
and you
lane.
can see through the tights, so you can see her panties as well as her pads.
So
Does
I'm gonna
So-
check out of this.
I mean,
I'm gonna say this.
Maybe it
You
poor taste,
should've-
but again, I don't think it really matters.
You should
I
invite
don't
her to
think it
Taco
matters.
Tuesday, give her shots, and I just want her to sit here and talk stuff.
You need to have this
And I
woman
can
on as a
imagine
guest.
more stuff what she would say after a
It's
shot.
not. It's
So,
not acceptable if a 15-year-old does it.
Well, yeah, I agree there. It's like you should cover up your 15.
I don't
Alright,
think
so-
acceptable of anybody.
But as
Real
an
quick.
adult, don't be ashamed of your body.
So,
if you,
real
if you
quick,
feel
you
like
guys.
showing it,
Get the ones with the wings. They look smaller. What's the one with the
they're
wings?
talking about pads.
Oh shit!
I'm having it.
All right, so real quick, you guys. This last story we're gonna hit. So I really wanted to hit this story because I found it quite interesting. So this little girl by the name of Juliana Snow. The parents, they allow their 5-year-old daughter to choose between heaven or the hospital. So Juliana Snow, she has a really, really incurable.
She's terminally.
She's
ill.
basically terminally ill. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Charcot-Marie tooth disease. Her coughing and breathing muscles are so weak that the next time she catches even a cold, the infection could settle in her lungs, where it could easily cause a deadly pneumonia. Excuse me. Her doctors believe if they can save her under those circumstances, she would likely end up sedated on a respirator with very little quality of life. So her parents, they have talked to her about heaven, and they told her what heaven is, and at least to their beliefs and everything, what heaven is. And they pretty much they've asked her if she were to get sick again, would she want to go to the hospital where the doctors, would attempt to save her life and, go through all that, or if she would want to stay home, which would mean she would go to heaven.
Robotics says that this is a downer episode.
Aww.
Yeah.
So
I think,
do you
this is
guys
a very
think
serious
about that?
episode. It's a lot of serious topics happening in the world, but I think that,
this is a picture of Juliana.
I
oh,
watched that video, and
She is terminally ill. I mean, but I don't think that's the appropriate way to explain it to the little girl. I mean,
That's-
she can't.
The big
There's
debate
no way she
is
can
the
understand.
big debate is the girl was 4 years old and they're asking her to make this decision.
Yeah.
And the girl is asking questions. In the article it says she's asking, will her brother come with her? Will mom and dad be there? And her we won't be there when you go. We'll be there later on, and all that other stuff.
I think it's bigger than what the little girl has to say. It seems
Yeah.
to me like they came to a place where
Yeah.
they've kind of like made a decision.
wanna
where
Yeah,
they see
and
their
they're
daughter
trying
going-
to teach the little girl that she should give up.
They see their daughter suffering and going through this hardship
That's how I
every
see it.
time that they go to the
That's how
hospital.
I
But
see
to ask,
And they wanna
but
release
to
her
ask
from
her
this.
though, that's
Yeah.
this is
It's
my,
I can't
one
make- I
thing
can't
for
say
them
it's
as
wrong.
parents to
I can't say it's
accept
wrong.
the
I can't
fact
say
that
it's
their
wrong
daughter is
either.
going
I
to
can't say
be
it's wrong.
going to pass away, but it's another thing for them to convince the little girl to be like, yeah,
And this is
I want to stop.
I don't think they
treatment.
convinced her.
I don't know.
From
Well,
what I read in the
I
interview,
do-
they didn't convince her. They
Well,
talked
she
to
made
her
a
about
decision.
heaven
I don't
and
think
hell.
they
She made a
convinced
decision.
her
But she's
as
a
much
little
as
girl.
they
She
made a
sold
clear
her on
decision.
it.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's what
She's
I
a
think it
little
is.
girl, and
She's a
these
little
are her
girl, yeah.
parents. It doesn't. They don't need to
disagree.
sell her on it. They're whatever
didn't
they tell
sell her on
her.
anything.
this is
They
my
didn't sell
thing.
it.
This is my thing. As a parent, I would never want to see my child suffer.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never,
Yeah,
never,
and that's
never.
that's that's why I speak.
And-
I'm not a parent,
I'm-
so I don't
Right.
know how.
So
I don't-
if it's an option of the next time you get sick, just forget it. We're just gonna stay at home.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see you through, or we're gonna go back to hospital, and I'm gonna see you suffer some more. I don't think. A part of me is like, I don't want to see my son suffer, but a part of me is like, I want to do everything I can to keep him alive.
Yeah.
So I'm torn.
It's not
I'm
for me to
torn.
take that away from them, but at the same time, as Christians, which they are,
Right,
I was
that's
like, you
their
don't believe
truth.
in miracles?
That's their truth.
You know, miracles do happen.
But
And do you
at the
pray for
same-
miracles if you preach about heaven and
Well,
then
But
you
at
believe
the
in
but
God,
at the same
you can
time,
pray.
it's okay. But if I die, I don't need this miracle because there is something greater on the other side. So that's also part of their faith.
One thing that I respected
But-
them for is their faith
Yeah,
and what they believe.
definitely, yeah.
Because I think we go through life talking about heaven and hell and religion, yet we still, we do all these crazy things against how we're supposed to live. I really respect that they believe this much in heaven.
Right.
They don't just say it, that they live it. And they
Yeah,
teach this
if you
to
gonna
us.
tell your
like I
if you
said,
gonna
I
tell
don't-
your
I
child
definitely
this,
I definitely did not. I can't say they did the right thing or the wrong thing.
I can't say
no,
that.
I think it's
I think they
it's
did-
interesting. It's
I think they
interesting.
did
That's
what they
it is.
felt was best for their
I think
Yeah.
it's I'm with robotics. I think it's sad as hell, and I
Yeah, I
need some
think it
more.
is
And I
sad.
need some more drink.
All right, you guys. So that's it for Hot Topics today. You guys can send Hot Topics and everything to us, tacotalk2@gmail.com. You guys stay right here. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to help you guys out with viewer questions.
I Everybody is on. Shots, 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 shots. Everybody! Shots, 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 shots.
All right.
Hey.
We are back. So now it's time for your questions. You guys can email us, tacotalktuesday@gmail.com. Anything that you want to ask us, and we will do our best to help you out. Anybody feeling their liquor yet?
No, it's kind of weak tonight, Jeff.
Kinda
No,
weak
I'm taking it
tonight.
easy.
Hey, I
This
mean,
is weak tonight.
all right. So let's get started with these questions. So first question, subject: how can I know if he's really serious? I have been with my boyfriend for 2 months. I love him very much, and he says he loves me, but I am not sure. He never does anything to hurt me, but I know his past, and I want to trust him. I've been hurt so many times before, and by a really important person in my life, my father. But how do I know if my boyfriend is really serious, or if it's just a phase that will disappear?
Well, you can't know. You can't know, and you're projecting your past onto your current relationship, and you need to not do that. I mean, you've been hurt in the past, and you should be smart and cautious. But
World Reader says, trust your gut feeling.
maybe.
Bullshit. Get out of
But-
the relationship and go to therapy. You don't need to be in a relationship.
Yes,
See,
absolutely.
You got
You're
too many
projecting.
issues.
You're not being fair to this guy.
Yeah, you got too many issues. You got daddy issues. You need to go to therapy, work that out, love yourself. It's obviously that you don't. You're insecure.
Yeah.
And then once you work out all those demons and empty those skeletons out your closet, then you get you a man.
That's
and
the
then
first problem. I think
yeah.
she's bringing in so many of her past, personal.
That's why she
issues.
doesn't need a relationship.
That's why she doesn't know if he's serious. Like, girl, you worried about shit that your daddy did. When
Right.
You need
I don't
to
know how
go
old
to
you
therapy.
are.
You need to
but-
work these issues
Yeah.
out, or it doesn't matter what relationship you're going to be in. Because if
Right.
someone tells you they love you, you're never going to know that they love you. You have to
Right.
trust it.
Right.
You
I'm
have to
curious,
feel
but
it.
you know what I am curious about? She doesn't mention it. What is the like? How did her father hurt her? What did he do that was so bad?
Right.
Logic,
But it doesn't matter for your relationship,
What are your
though.
thoughts on it?
I agree. I think trusting your gut in a situation like this may be a little warped because your gut is a little warped from what
Yeah.
your father's done. So
Yeah.
the idea of trusting your gut right now may be a little different.
It's not reliable. Get out of the relationship and get some help.
I don't know if you should get out of a relationship because you might have a good one and you don't know it and you
Right.
don't got this good one.
He might be able to help
Yeah.
her through this.
I think if you need
Nah,
some fixing,
no, okay,
I think
look.
if you need some fixing, you can't look to him.
Don't
to
dump
fix you.
your garbage on nobody else. Clean your shit up. Then, if he's still around and if he truly loves you, he will come back and y'all will be happily ever after. But that's the worst thing you can do is dump your shit on somebody else. On a sane
I don't think you
person.
necessarily have to leave, but you do have to handle your fucking
He
problems.
might-
Right.
You know what? He's a good person, and he's probably the one if he sticks around and helps you work
Yeah.
through your stuff.
Yeah,
Brother
because chances
Malcolm
are,
is
I'm
so
guessing
nice.
you probably
It's so nice.
I
probably
think it's true,
question
because I
him
think-
saying like he probably says I love you and you say but do you
Right.
a lot, and if you're
No,
doing
you
that then you have to handle your shit.
No. I'm telling you, I'm a victim of the nice guy syndrome sometimes.
you are a nice guy.
Oh, I'm totally
But
the
who's
victim
to
of
say
that
that the
shit.
boyfriend is a nice guy?
Yeah, we don't know
never
that.
heard
He could
But
be. He
we
could
don't know
be.
that.
She
But
never
she
said
did
he
not
was
give
that
any
guy.
evidence that he's
And you
anything
know, most
but.
people
Right.
give evidence like he
Yeah,
ain't married
all
me
she-
in 6 years.
What
Oh,
she,
yeah, no,
what
no.
she did give evidence of is that her past is fucked up, and that's why she's concerned about her
That's what she
present.
gave evidence of. So it seems like he may possibly be a nice guy if he
Yeah.
can stick around while you work through your.
You didn't
issues,
tell
then
us
he's the one.
anything about him. You just
Alright,
told him about
alright.
your dad.
So, we hope to help you. So, next question.
That's
Subject. Subject. I only get his undivided attention with sex. I'm in a somewhat of a relationship with the guy for
Somewhat
7
of a
months now.
relationship.
Right.
He said I'm someone he can count on, and we talk to each other every day. We talk to each other every day and see each other as often as we can. The problem is that I do everything for the relationship. The only time I have his undivided attention is when we are having sex.
Who are
He
these
still
people?
says I'm his friend. Is this relationship going
God.
anywhere?
No!
Wait. Is this relationship going anywhere? I love him.
Oh,
You ain't got no relationship. You said it yourself. I'm in somewhat of a relationship.
you ain't got no relationship,
Relationship is not a relationship.
Okay, so
Stop it
I don't. Okay, first of all, where do they find these people?
right now.
Second,
You ain't got no relationship, girl.
Okay, tell them how you
Like
feel.
for
Lala.
real.
Tell them how
No,
you feel.
because I see
Daddy
this happen
issue.
all the time. Sorry,
Yeah.
I see this happen
No,
all the
no.
time.
One girl.
But-
Periscope says one girl.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with Periscope.
And again, seek treatment.
Yeah, and then you do everything in a relationship. You all he wants is sex. He's using you, and why not? You're letting him. So you stupid.
He's not even using you. He's
It
not
sounds
using you.
it sounds
He's not using
codependent.
her.
It sounds codependent.
He's already
It-
stated. He's been honest. And he says, "You are my friend."
He says,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
that's
are.
the thing.
Yeah.
He told her, "You are my friend."
And you said
Yeah.
you
And
said
she's talking
yourself
about
somewhere
relationship.
deep inside you understand this because
Right.
you're emailing
She
us
is
and
delusional.
asking, but two, you called it somewhat of a relationship.
Yeah.
And
It's
somewhat
not
of a
a
relationship
She
relationship
didn't
is
say
not a
friendship.
relationship.
He said, "You are my
He
friend."
said my
Therefore,
friend.
it's a
She's saying
friendship.
relationship.
And you
She
say
said
and
relationship. So
and
you
for
are delusional.
months.
You are
Sorry.
delusional. You can't blame him for anything. He ain't used you. He actually he was honest to you and said, "You are my friend."
No,
You take it from there.
but
Periscope says close the vagina and see if he stays.
I love you, Periscope.
Yeah,
I mean,
Periscope's on point.
Periscope's on point. I think, yeah, I agree. If you stop having sex with him, see what happens. But I mean,
Yes.
shit, why not?
It's too late.
If you taking care of me,
That too.
You got, I'm getting sex
It's
from
too
you
late.
and all this other shit. Why would I stop?
Hang
too
on.
late.
This said nothing about him taking care of her. This
No, I'm
just
talking about
said-
her. I'm talking about her. She's doing everything in the relationship.
Oh.
And giving it up.
Oh, okay,
Why
okay.
would he stop? You the stupid one.
It's
Yeah.
too late. You gotta if you
Well,
want
and
something with it.
she didn't really clarify what it means to do everything in the relationship.
If
I
you're looking
think
for a
it means-
relationship with this
the
guy,
way I
you're not
heard
gonna
it-
She,
do
now,
it.
she
the
just
way
talking
I
about
heard
she's
is
doing
that
everything when they're having sex, or is she doing like?
Well, the way I hear it is that like she's doing everything to make this a relationship in her mind, and he's just showing up. He's like, yeah, this is the chick I fuck.
Right.
You know,
This is her.
All right, so
He doesn't want a
Logic-
relationship with you. He doesn't. Like, because you are delusional, because you imagine things that aren't there, because you're controlling and you put him in a relationship that
So,
he's already said he don't want to be in.
Robotic says
He don't
she's
wanna
giving the milk away and wonder why he's not buying.
He ain't gonna buy it.
He's not gonna buy.
It's
He's gonna get
sour.
He's gonna get. He's getting it
sour.
for free. He's gonna switch
She's-
to
hang on, hang
almond
on.
milk if you cut him off.
World Reader says she's enjoying the sex too. It started that way. Now she wants more.
Here's the thing: he ain't buying the cow not because you gave him sex first, because that's not the
Yeah.
issue. He ain't buying the cow because you are delusional and controlling.
Yeah.
All right,
Move on.
so-
He ain't buying the cow.
All right, last question, you guys.
This is my
Subject-
favorite part.
Subject is, how do I meet girls? My friends and I go to the club.
The
Listen,
hell?
my Darnell, is that you? All right, my friends and I go out to the club every
got you.
weekend, and it seems like they meet a new girl, and it seems like they meet a new girl every time, but I never do. I've tried going up to girls, start a conversation, but it seems like they get bored. I try to ask questions and show similarities, but it never works. I know it's not an attractive thing because they seem interested until we began talking. What am I doing wrong?
The club is not someplace to meet girls.
No, that's not true. You can meet.
You can go. You can meet, and
somebody
you can.
anywhere.
You
He
can
cocky
meet
as
some.
shit. He said, "I know I look good, so that's not the
The
problem."
club is not somewhere that you are likely
So,
to meet
someone
someone. That
just-
if you're
someone
talking
just
about
told
a
us
meaningful
online dating.
relationship, yeah. If you're looking to meet someone and have a meaningful relationship, the club is probably not, because that's where everybody goes. If they're looking to meet
Right.
people at the club, they're desperate for something.
Here it is.
They're not
I think
open. They're
think
desperate.
I think you can meet. I think you can meet people anywhere.
I agree.
I just think it's your energy and it's your vibe. If you're like, yeah, I'm fine, don't nobody want to talk to you. Like, I mean, that's a turn off.
Well, here's my thing: is he says his friends are meeting new girls each week, so I think his definition of meeting girls is a little skewed. Is he
Obscure. Yeah, it is.
Are you talking about meeting girls to be in a relationship with them? Because it sounds like your friends are not looking for
Yeah, they
relationships.
fuck.
I'm going to speak.
Well,
I'm going
that's
to speak
not
from
good.
personal experience. I think you're comparing yourself to your friends, and it doesn't make good dating sense.
No, you're talking about batting
I think-
averages, which is
I think you're comparing yourself to your friends because you're saying what your friends do and all this. You can't compare yourself to your
I
friends.
feel
you have
like
to be
this, all
authentic.
this testosterone is just.
No, you have to be authentic and true to who you are. And I know it sounds like a cliche or weird. Be authentic and true to who you are, and do what you do. Stop comparing yourself to them, and you're gonna get the honeys.
No, I think this is real talk. I think you need to evaluate who you want to meet.
Yeah.
And based on who you want to meet, go there.
I just think people do a better job of meeting
Number
people
one.
when they're not so desperate and they stop trying a little bit. And
Yeah.
They just are
You're
open to
wrong.
meeting people.
Yeah.
You're wrong, first off, because you are in the club every weekend.
Yeah, that's-
Ain't nobody in the club looking for anything past something to have fun with for that week.
Yeah.
But
maybe.
maybe he wants
And
that too.
then I agree with Logic in saying you're comparing yourself to your friends. Like, who are you? Like, what makes you interesting? Why would a person want to talk to you? Why are your friends your friends? Maybe that's something that you could channel to, talk to other females when you meet them.
I say this
Robotics
because I'm the
says
middle
stop looking,
child
it'll come.
of 5 boys.
Huh?
I'm saying I'm the middle child of 5 boys who got game. And I think I know, but throughout my life, I've always compared myself as a child. I've always compared myself to them and try to do what they do to get what they got.
So you know,
and I realized it never made good sense in terms of who I am. So you got to step outside.
I have a solution. I have a
solution.
solution.
I was gonna actually ask a question. Have you ever, like, maybe not now, but growing up or anything, did you ever compare yourself to?
When I was really little,
Yeah.
and like I was like super awkward, and girls didn't talk to me, I thought there was something wrong with me then because there was no girls talking to me. But that I was little, I didn't understand.
I think
I'm an adult, I
everybody
would never do that.
I think everybody goes through a period of insecurity, like, oh, nobody wants to talk to me or whatever. But I think that you should just branch out. Go to a bookstore. Go to
meet girls wherever. Go fulfill your hobbies, and then you'll meet someone who shares a common interest with you.
You gotta know that.
If you're looking for a relationship, if you're just looking to meet girls every week, get Tinder.
No, you really have to know thyself. I'm telling you.
Periscope already said it.
Out of that. You have to know thyself.
Robotics fan says they've always been a pimp.
All right, robotics. All right, y'all. So that's going to wrap it for viewer questions. You guys send us your questions to tacotalktuesday@gmail.com. Relationship advice, work advice, whatever you want to ask us. We'll try to help you guys out. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back to let you know what we are obsessed with this week. Should I contact his parents and inform them of his abuse, alcohol, cocaine, and ecstasy?
Let me say, if she would have called my mom, I would have been abusing more than drugs. What is in this? I mean, the fruit.
All right, y'all, so welcome back. Now is the point of the show where we like to let you guys know what we are obsessed with. We answer your questions, we talk about hot topics, but now it's time for you guys to get to know us. Lodrick, you want to go ahead and kick us off?
My new obsession is hip-hop musicals. I don't know if y'all have checked this out on YouTube yet. It's like they got Fetty Wap Trap Queen, and there's like a classical pianist, and Richard Davis is singing in an opera. There's one with Wayne Brady. He's singing "Bitch Better Have My Money."
Oh, he's always doing that.
There's another cat singing the other song by Fetty Wap.
679.
I got a gat in my Rari.
679.
There's a trio of opera. It's a trip.
The funeral song.
Hip hop musicals on YouTube.
Goldfish.
Check it out.
So he
like
brought us
the
some clips. We're gonna play the clip for you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
Live with 13, it's all on me. Nigga, you want a shot. Come on, cause if you think you gon' knock me off that time, shit, show up in the backseat of my brand new foreign car. Don't act like you forgot. I'm like, damn, she's fine. Wonder when she'll be mine. Walk past, I press rewind. See that as one more time she got.
All right.
Yeah,
that's funny.
All right, dope.
Wayne Brady usually does that though.
That
He's
listen,
really good with
that
that.
679 by Chris.
Is off the chain.
What's his
right?
name? Yeah, that 679 was dope.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm obsessed with all the Drake Hotline Bling parody memes. They are hilarious. There's one with the Avengers. There's one with Star Wars. There's one with Napoleon Dynamite. I used to
Summer
like that
Heights
song.
High.
Yes, I used to actually like that song. And because I've been hearing it so much, now I'm like, oh, I hate it. But it's funny, like those memes are hilarious. So that's what I'm obsessed with. I can't wait like for people to make more so I can laugh. There was one of Mike Tyson. He was on the Jimmy Kimmel show and just watch the clip. Hilarious.
You used to call me on the telephone. You want to be alone with me. You call me on the telephone for you to get the big bone on.
So yeah, hilarious. With my what do you say? My cell phone.
Then
what am I obsessed with?
what are you obsessed with this week, Ben?
I've been obsessed with catching up with TV on my DVR. That's been and so I've been watching a lot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. All caught up on that now. Still catching up on Flash and Arrow, which I want to say Warner Brothers, if you're watching, you know what? I know you're introducing some of these characters in your movie, but get the fuck out of the TV show's way. Stop telling them they can't use people. Don't kill off Deathstroke.
Okay.
Or not Deadshot.
Okay.
Everybody's confused now.
There you have it.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm obsessed with, mine, it goes back kind of to yours, Naomi. So social media. So
Definitely
like, I
not
love following all of these like just different random comedians who come up with
Right.
these characters and everything.
Right.
So I found this one. His Instagram name is AmbitionBanks_5. He has
Lord,
this
I'm scared.
character.
I'm scared.
Mama Risa.
Lord.
It
Mama
is so
Risa.
funny. So yes, it's two
I like it already.
videos I'm gonna show you. One of the first one is when you show your grandma how to use FaceTime.
I can't.
And the second one is when you buy something expensive for your grandma.
I can't.
It is hilarious. Y'all watch it,
Mama
please.
Risa.
What's up, Mama? What the hell is this? It's me, Johnny. That's Johnny, Mama. What, he talking? We talking, Grandma. This you, baby? Mama, that's him on FaceTime. Grandma, this Will. Kiss this shit crazy. Grandma, finna come home. You check this shit. Hurry up now. You know I don't like surprises now. Ta-da, Grandma. Well, just look at that. A brand new mirror. That's a TV, Grandma. That's a TV with antennas at. Don't come with that, Mama. We paid $600 for it. Get that shit. Grandma. I said, get it out.
He's a genius.
Yo,
That's
So that's
that
hilarious.
shit is so. But like, I have saved to my phone and watch this thing like
That
every
is
day for
You know,
like.
it amazes me how creative people are.
They are
Like
so
people are
creative.
so creative.
I like that he didn't endow grandma with whiplash.
Right.
I'm always interested in how people endow
That you,
characters.
baby.
Yeah. He can't just turn around. She gotta turn the whole body.
Right.
Her whole body.
That's how
Right.
grandmamas do. Ain't the grandma got to turn her whole body.
And she got her house robe. All right,
Right,
y'all.
right.
Thank you guys for tuning in for another
Yeah.
show. This is Taco Talk Tuesday. So, guys, everybody let them know where they can find you at.
My-
if you have
my
anything
costume falling
coming
apart,
up.
though.
Or what's happening.
Okay,
Go ahead,
that's
Logic.
right.
Yeah.
You can find me on Facebook, Logic D Collins, Twitter, the Twitter, as my dad says, on the Twitter at Logic
Twitter.
D.
That Mama Risa.
Instagram, 17. On my website, logic.com.
All right. You can find me at the Queen. No, I'm just playing. I'm at the Oracle the 14. The Oracle the 14 on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. No, I don't friend everybody.
You can find me if it's during my spare time in my bedroom watching shows on my
Agents
DVR.
of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Yeah.
Marvel stuff.
Yeah, and also DC.
Or
Yeah.
WWE.
Or WWE or The Walking Dead. Or
Yes, Walking Dead. Let's talk about Glenn.
I don't
Can
watch
we talk
that.
about Glenn?
He's not dead.
Taco Talk Tuesday, but can we talk about
He's
how that
not
hurt
dead.
my heart? Let me tell you something.
dead.
All right, y'all. So y'all can
Okay,
find me
yeah.
also. Everything is at Jeffro5, Instagram, Facebook. Follow us, Taco Talk Tuesday at gmail.com. Go to our YouTube page and click that red button that says subscribe. You guys email us, talk to us, Taco Talk Tuesday at gmail.com. We will be back next week with another great show and more hot topics for you guys.
Peace, y'all.
Love.